How to use time. That's what we're going to talk about today. You guys like these glasses? That's what we're going to talk about today. How to use time. There are two different kinds of time. There's chronos time and kairos time. Chronos is chronological time, and kairos is how to seize the moment. Everybody's talking about divine feminine and masculine and how they've built $1 million business and only work 4 hours a day. Well, isn't that nice? The thing is that there is a structure that works first. The structure is the masculine time. Think about it. The sun, you know exactly when the sun comes up and exactly when the sun goes down. He's there for you. He's dependable, always showing up. I don't know if I like these glasses. They're my blue light glasses. They're blue. He's always showing up. The sun is always showing up. So dependable. We need to have that. We need to have structure, routine, discipline. It's how we create space for neutral time. Neutral time is when nothing is coming in and nothing is going out. Active times when we're taking in information, and passive time is when we're putting out information. Active time is when I'm learning. Did I say that right? Well, the active time is when I'm learning, when I'm taking in information and it's processing in my brain. Passive time is when I'm teaching something that I know. It's when I'm at work and I'm doing a job on repeat. Neutral time is when I am not doing either. It's when I'm washing the dishes, not listening to a podcast. When I'm doing the laundry, vacuuming the floor, sweeping, whatever that is neutral time. This is the part where we really don't know what neutral time is because most of us are multitasking. Yes. And if we're going to try to build something, a business, a yoga pose, a relationship, but we're not doing it with a solid foundation and we're trying to do it on a vibration plate, or our feet are wobbly, the structure is wobbly, then we don't have the opportunity to be in kairos time and seize the moment of the divine feminine creative beauty of neutral time that allows us to get the idea. So, how do we balance our time? We spend our time equally in 3 different ways: active, neutral, and passive, right? 33 and 3%. So for as much as you work is as much as you learn, is as much as you do nothing. Maybe you have to schedule it, maybe not. When you are scheduled with the sun in chronos time, these are Greek words. Chronos and kairos are both Greek words for describing time. And I feel like they just help us understand the divine masculine and the divine feminine so much, because I feel like it's so confusing. Like, am I masculine? Am I feminine? Am I doing too much? Am I not working enough? I'm robot, So chronos, chronological, the sun shows up all the time. We use that active and passive time in a set amount so that we can be in the flow of the kairos time and seize the moment, so that when we feel creative, and this is especially important if you're an artist, you're a generator, a manifesting generator, or a generator, because if you're not feeling it in your sacral emotional center, it's not going to happen. You need to be able to do things on the fly. If you're a projector or a manifester, you'll be able to set things aside and create a very specific time to do that. So if you're not sure what that is, that's human design. Look up your human design. It's like the newest astrology. It brings together Western astrology, Eastern astrology, your chakras, Ayurveda, and the Tao, and it puts it all together. It's very complicated. I highly recommend getting a personal reading. Maybe I'll put a link for somebody down in the below. Get a personal reading so that you understand your type. And it really helped me understand, like, oh, like I am literally ADD. What that means is that I'm emotionally generated, and if I'm not feeling something, then it's not even a good idea for me to do it. I used to try to push out newsletters just because I said I was going to do it. But the thing is that if you ask me to do something at a certain time and I don't feel like doing it at that time, it's going to be shit. It's going to be terrible. But if I am inspired at 2:00 in the morning, I just saw something about Steven Tyler and how, he wakes up in the middle of the night to write songs. And that's totally how I work. Then my work will actually be really good. So I have to live in the fluidity of the divine feminine in neutral time, in Kairos time. But it doesn't mean that I don't have Chronos time, chronological time. I have discipline, and there are things that I need to do every single day. So for years, I struggled and just thought, I had a squirrel brain and I was going to be a squirrel brain forever. And she's flighty and she, blah, 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 blah. Lame, so silly, when really I have a lot of discipline. It's just not on the sun terms, it's on the moon's terms, on the divine feminine's terms, when I'm living in the flow of, oh, I feel inspired to do this. Oh, I feel inspired to do that. Now, if you are a projector or a manifester, it's going to be a lot easier. Even a generator is going to be a lot easier for you to give yourself an exact time to do things and then do them. So how do you use time? You create a structure for yourself. You give yourself discipline. And the best way that I know to do that is to say you're going to do something and then do it. It doesn't have to be at exactly the same time for every single person the same day. It just means that if I say I'm going to do this by this deadline, then I get this thing done by that time. Maybe you tell other people, maybe you don't. That can be very personal for you. I know that doesn't work for me. Because if I say I'm going to do this thing by this thing, then part of me freezes and feels like I'm not in my natural, divine, feminine, creative flow. And I like feeling like that. It doesn't mean that I won't get the things done by the deadline when I've given myself the deadline to do it. Deadlines are so important. Deadlines are Chronos time, and getting there is in the Kairos time. So active time, passive time, neutral time. Active time, I said it again. Active time is when I am learning something. Passive time is when I am putting out information. Neutral time, I'm doing neither. I'm washing the dishes, I'm washing my hair, and I'm allowing the natural feminine to be fluid and creative. And that is how people get to making these businesses where they say that they only work 4 hours a day because they've spent so much time already building the structure in chronological time in the divine masculine. There is a balance. We are all of that. We are all of these things. We're all divine masculine. We're all divine feminine. And it's about finding the balance for you. So the question of the day is, if you could only get one thing done today, what would you do? If you had a magic wand, bibbidi bobbidi boop, and something just could be done, what would it be done for you today? And that's how you have your magic meeting with yourself on the daily to decide what you're doing and what you're asking God to do for you. So I hope this helps with you. You create your structure today, understand divine feminine and the divine masculine time. My name is Stella. And if you want more, work with me, DM me, call me, just call me, check me out, or watch my next video, or just watch my next video. Yeah, do that. Have the best day ever. I've got all kinds of videos, especially really good for neutral time and yin and very gentle yoga on my YouTube. Have the best day ever. Peace in, peace out.